How can I use this to my advantage? Oh, and this is Eugene, which I for some reason didn't realize from there. Elephants never forget. Yeah, so presumably what he was supposed to have learned was this. And presumably they were actually supposed to be using the 1 minute lens. Because he would have, like, drawn the thing, sealed it, and then he would have had his memory taken and then given to Eugene, who would then replicate the drawing. But Eugene, instead, has learned a lot more than that. And yeah, so this just doesn't have the audio plugged in. And then, yeah, this is the booth where he wrote the thing. Okay. And then we haven't clicked on you. Don't worry, Mr. Spender, sir. It can take a few moments to reorient yourself. This is all perfectly normal. Non-disclosure agreement. I, Tristan Dreyfus, hereby agree not to disclose any information obtained through my internship with the Olympic Pinnacle International Group. I have been wondering what OPIG stood for this whole time. I understand that to do so could result in a substantial lawsuit. Signed, Tristan Dreyfus. And I assume that is him. Now that's some good gossip. Wait, how was I affected when I'm outside the zone of influence? Because they don't understand the zone of influence correctly. Okay, so. So, you are Nathan Hoyle. You are somewhere in here, right there. Tessa Navari. You are Eugene Marmo. I am going to sort these, I guess. Pretty sure you're Tristan Dreyfus. You are Marie Westlake. You are Tim Spender. You are Annette Spender. You are Jack Nowak. And then I just need to refresh on the names of these two. Jasmine Patel and Jeremy Drake. Patel and Jeremy Drake. There we go. Easy. Much easier for me than the last one. Okay, so at OPIG's laboratory in blank and blank, which I assume we get that from his itinerary. Bay Haven to New Wells, which we already knew they were in New Wells from prior things. The team held a demonstration to show that the idol could take and give memory. The blank was used to, I'm assuming that's idle, was used to take about 1 day's worth of memory from Tim Spender and then give it to Eugene Marmo. Ta-da! This included a memory of... we're just going to do this so it's a little easier to pull their names. Tim Spender and Jasmine Patel at the... something motel. Oh, is it just called the Love Motel? Yes, it is. That's why it's throwing me off. The company headquarters in New Wells. The headquarters is elsewhere. That's at Bay Haven, because that's where he set off from. And yes, and we know that he was at a board meeting, and therefore the board has to be in Bay Haven. And then, yes, this is at the New Wells Lab. Yeah. I already knew these things, but it is spelled out there as well. Anyways, at the company's headquarters in Bay Haven, the board overheard this memory via a something. I assume that's phone speaker, prompting Annette Spender to attack Jasmine Patel. Okay, so we have some things that are wrong. Okay, anyways, so I'm sure that I'm wrong on the phone speaker. Yeah, I was pretty confident I was wrong on that, but I was trying to deduce what else I'm wrong on. Because anyways, this is not working. They had this whole conversation about not having the phone outputting. And then you don't have the audio, just the video. And so what are you getting it from? Mounted television speaker? And not getting that? So what are you getting the audio from? Oh, yeah, okay. So what it looks like is that it's not that they overheard it, and I thought about this before, but I thought it was leading a different track once I actually saw all this stuff. Yeah, so they received the memory. They didn't overhear anything because they're not getting any audio. Already knew that. And specifically what it means is that they can get things transmitted through the TV, which is why at the very beginning he said, ladies, please consider the bigger picture. Don't you see what this means? We'll reach every home in Hesperia because they'll send it through the TV. Anyways, already knew that. That's fine. And so I'm assuming this is broadcast. No. Okay. Memory of Tim Spender and Jasmine Patel, the Love Motel, the company's headquarters in Bay Haven. The board received this memory via a memory broadcast? What the fuck am I doing? Because I'm pretty confident the whole first section is correct, and Annette Spender is definitely the one attacking Jasmine Patel. That's all known. We know the company's headquarters are in Bayhaven. That should be correct. And I assume it is the board received this because they all seem to have gotten it. And I'm pretty sure it's still going to be memory and not, like, premonition. And so I'm pretty sure it's just the via a something something. Maybe it's idle broadcast? Oh, via a live broadcast is what they're going for. I just, once again, didn't even notice it was there as an option. And more specifically, I'm sure I read it and I just glanced over it, not even considering it. But yeah, we knew it was happening. I just thought it wanted something else. Hoping to glean useful information, Eugene arranged to have the idol give him entire day's worth of Tim's memories. Gotcha, so that was purposeful. We saw that he swapped it out. I didn't realize that that's why he had swapped it out. Sat on my hands for that one. Yeah, no, understandable. Like, it's very easy for you just to be following a train of logic and just space out on the one thing you need to fix. Like, again, I could tell what was happening in the scene. I just didn't know exactly how they wanted me to phrase it. But there we go. Anyways. Eugene arranged to have the idol give him an entire day's worth of Tim's memories, rather than just a 1-minute memory of Tim drawing. Unexpectedly, the idol transmitted these memories not only to Eugene, but also through the camera behind him and into the minds of the other board members who had been watching a live video broadcast. Memo to the lab team. By now, you should all have been informed about what happened here at HQ during yesterday's demonstration. Clearly, we need to capitalize on this unexpected functionality. Each of you is to submit an idea for how we do this. Have your submissions on my desk by tomorrow. N. Hoyle. Rejected. Empathy for all. For 1 minute, I meditate on the feeling of pure empathy, and we capture my memory of this. We contact the international media and have them transmit this memory live on the evening news. Benefits: if everybody knew this feeling, we could recall it at will. Earth would be a paradise. Maximum employee loyalty. HR spends 1 month increasing an OPIG employee's obedience and skill levels. In a live training broadcast, we then transfer these memories to every OPIG employee in every office. Benefits: we optimize our workforce at minimal cost. The greatest generation. We pay a top teacher to spend a month intensively teaching a gifted child literacy and numeracy skills. Then we team up with a children's television program for a live episode in which these memories are transferred to all viewers. Benefits: intelligent children will no longer fall through the cracks of the education system. Imagine how many more will grow up to achieve great things for humanity. We could solve the world's problems in a generation. Yeah, so this is clearly Tessa's the thing. I assume this is Eugene's, and this sounds like Jack's. Okay. Ancient artifacts. A violent display at the Museum of Lemurian History. So this is presumably Oriel Toussaint. Oh, and there's her, which we haven't seen in a bit. Okay. This is quite a scene. An entertainment console from the Turmoil era. Children, do not touch. Like all other ancient Lemurian technology in this museum, this device no longer works. So those are the different lenses, because we already know in order, yada yada yada. Oh, and they compounded the lenses. Interesting. Huh. If my calculations are correct, and if what I think just happened, I'm afraid you don't know how right you are. Okay. A roll of sticky tape. 10:03 p.m. Max lens fitted, idle and target in position. Area behind target clear, ready to begin. 10:05 p.m. Here we go. Extracting memories in 3, 2, 1. 10:15. Completed inspections. No issues found. Safe to continue. Idle reoriented. Recipient seated and signaling to proceed. Transferring memories in 3, 2, 1. And that's 10:35, which is 15 minutes difference. Recipient reports successful transfer, but says memories incomplete. Wants more. Try to explain that the idle is already set to max, but recipient adamant. Suppose there is one thing I could try. Could it's an extra 4.01 days worth. Goes against my better judgment, though. Yeah, so when he says it could get us an extra 4.01 days worth, it's because he's attaching the lenses together because he thinks it's going to be additive, and instead it's multiplicative, is what it seems like. Yep. Disk LM2 full, memory giver LM-SSA1, aka Echo Secunda. Date of experiment, June 4th, 1977. Location, Museum of Lemurian History. Arg! Spear has pierced the man's shoulder. Taser that was unfired. Security, Rowan Doyle. Museum opens old wounds. A Hesperian museum has announced plans to unveil an ancient Lemurian seal next week, sparking fury within the eastern continent. The Museum of Lemurian History will showcase the seal, which dates back to around 800 BC, from Monday, having bought it at an auction nearly 3 years ago. The Lemurian leaders have demanded all such seals be returned to their countries of origin. Aurelia Winston, curator of the museum, said, "I don't see what all the fuss is about. History belongs to everyone. Hesperians deserve to admire these decorative ornaments, too." But we know that's not just a decorative ornament, it is a server. And it was full. A projection crystal. In ancient Lemuria, naturally glowing crystals such as this one were used to project public service announcements. This particular narrative features the fictional sinner Ak, who was used to warn against only the gravest of crimes. The precise nature of the crime depicted here, however, has yet to be deciphered. Okay. How could he do that, Jack? It's so unlike him. Aurelia, I know about your new seal display. Want to know what it really is? My colleague Jack and I can show you. Just let us bring something we've been working on to the museum after hours one night. You might just have bagged your first piece of ancient Lemurian technology that actually works. Call me, we can set a date, Oriel Toussaint. Yeah, and so presumably Toussaint was the one who the test was done on, which then explains why he ended up in the asylum. Woman? Did it work? I believe so. The feeling is less imposing than I'd imagined. My thoughts remain my own, but yes, I can also see Echo Secunda's memories clearly and on demand. Well, what do you see? Start right at the beginning and spare no detail. We have all night. Let's see. The furthest back memory appears to begin partway through a conversation. I'm missing vital context. Noak, I need you to look into something for me, please. While he works on that, let's try another memory, the most recent day, perhaps. Okay, let's see. I appear to be some sort of sentinel. I mean, Echo Secunda is. My task is to protect Lemuria from itself. Fascinating. A beam of light connects me to some strange device. There's a gem on my forehead that was supposed to prevent me from lying, but I found a way to deceive it. I become the very thing I was supposed to be fighting against. For that, I've suffered greatly. I am not done yet. I will never surrender. I will make them pay. Are you okay? Whew, thank you. Got a little wrapped up in that one. Noak, how are you getting on with my request? Okay, so, yeah. They transferred memories from the server into Toussaint, essentially overriding his personality with Echo Secunda. Warrior Psyche by unknown artist. This abstract statue depicts Dustan Locke, a prominent figure in ancient Lemurian mythology. Locke was said to have had an unquenchable thirst for violence and the ultimate mind for warfare. A tank from the Progress era. The M490 tank, aka the Blockbuster, is often blamed for the Ravens' defeat in the Lemurian Civil War, as his main gun was prone to jamming and often failed to fire at critical moments. Product design trends throughout the ages. Display alarmed, guards on premises at all times. Okay. Progress era. A Veil Forge generated a short-lasting stealth shield around the user. There's some gunk on my screen somehow. I won my first Fear 32 surface with Moros Blitz Attack and Time Slow. That, sounds like a thing. I have not gone anywhere near that level of Fear, but also I haven't played that much Hades 2, comparatively. I'm still waiting for them to do the full release, though I know that's quite a ways off. That said, the new update was a lot of fun, and I'm still really hoping they do not revert the Time Slow Sorceress Arcana changes, even though there are some people who are very angry about that still. Anyways, Golden Era. A Harmonite. Softened the hearts of enemies on the battlefield. Turmoil Era. A Siren Cry emitted a multi-dimensional distress signal. Restraint Era. A Vaporon. Dematerialized household organic waste matter. Okay, so we need to identify which of these is which, I'm sure. We'll come back to that at a later moment. A law enforcement automaton from the Restraint Era. Commissioned by the Ministry of Order circa 800 BC, an ancient Lemurian proverb is inscribed on the figure's lips. Loosely translated, it reads, "Discipline heals societal wounds." And there's one more spot somewhere. Right here. I saw this earlier, didn't click on it. A military aircraft from the Golden Era. At the height of the Empire, Lemuria's army boasted a fleet of more than 1,000 such aircraft. When all flew together, they were said to cloak entire cities in shadow. Okay. So. At the museum, blank blank first use the blank to blank blank's worth of blank blanks blank blank from, or the blank and blank them blank blank blank. But blank blank wanted blank, so blank blank used blank the blank blank. Blank blank thought this would blank the effects of the blank blank. Instead, it caused the effects to blank. So it's multiply. And this is add the effects of the lenses together. And I assume this is Jack Nowak. And I believe this is Jack Nowak. First used the idol to take, I believe it's 1 month's worth of Echo Secunda's memories from the disc and give them to Oriole Toussaint. But Oriole Toussaint wanted more. So Jack Nowak used all the lenses together. Oh, we don't need to identify any names, which is unsurprising since this guy's named and we know the others, and there's very few people in the scene. Okay, so, drawings. So we've got auk, crow, and deer. First, blank, 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 and blank, then blank, a blank. Next, blank, 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 the blank, and blank, then blank, blank. As a result, blank, blank, blank. Okay, so let's piece this together. So blue is empty, red is full, is how that should be. And I'm assuming that what they're trying to indicate is that he loses his face, and the idol gains the face because that's their identity. So he takes their memories, puts them in the idol, and then uses the idol to put them in the server, which is why the face goes away, goes onto the server. Then takes those memories, and it doesn't take them out of the server. And so then he can overwrite someone with those memories. Okay, so first, Auk takes all memories from deer and gives them to a disc. Next, Auk takes I think it's all. It's either some or all. The fact that some is in here makes me assume that it should be some. Maybe it's some memories from the disc and give